Is this what we want? Is this what we show to our next generation? The miserable view to watch. What we did, we left it to our future generation. Welcome back to our podcast. Today, I'm with our guest, Mohaimin.
Hello everyone.
For the issue today to be discussed, improper waste management caused the destruction of the nature. First of all, what is waste and where did they come from? According to Article 5 of the Basel Convention, waste are substances or objects which are disposed of or are intended to be disposed of or are required to be disposed of by the provision of national law or based on Waste Framework Directive of the European Union. Article 3. Waste means any substance or object which the holder discards or intend or is required to discard. In easiest way to understand, waste is the byproduct of certain process or an unwanted thing. So, where does this waste come from?
Thank you, Alif. As we know, human is the top contribution on waste. In front of your screen shows that human population within 5 years. We can see human population keep increasing. On 2016, human population at 7,464,022,049. For the last 2 years, it was at 7,794,798,739. Nowadays, it's almost reached 8 billion. Based on report from Environment Protection Agency, EPA, average people produce 4.9 pound or 2.2 kg of waste per person per day. It shows that this crisis could never end. Before we discuss it in detail, we have to know how many types of waste. There are 5 types of waste: solid waste, recyclable waste, liquid waste, organic waste, and hazardous waste.
Thank you, Maimin. We proceed our discussion with the effect of waste disposal toward nature. Most of us thought that waste only causing the bad side of the view of certain places, but there are even more serious problems that this waste can cause. To begin with, the decrement of the forested area. Maybe some of you think, how come the waste disposal can relate with the decrement of forested area? We know that some of the waste can be recycled, and paper or wood-based waste is one of them. This waste also is a biodegradable waste. So you have to think it twice before throwing it because these materials can be recycled to make a new product. For your information, it is estimated that 24 trees used to make 1 ton of standard office paper. And to make a single furniture, it required a lot of wood. If you can see, the situation now, people keep discarding this wood-based waste without recycling it and keep on buying the new one. What will happen after this is the raw demanding become high and lead to logging. This makes wood source become critical raw material. How about you, Maimi?
In my opinion, improper waste management also could lead to health disturbance to all living organisms. Let's say that there is no nuclear waste being dumped in the forest. All living things are still exposed to the other waste. Just as simple, plastic bag also could kill a wildlife. The existence of solid waste at the forest could lead to a bigger problem. For an example, a stack of netting being thrown in the forest. Once animals' limbs are stuck, they become less swift and more vulnerable to predators, rivals, and environmental stress. Animals also tend to mistake that waste are food. Animals can get sick when they ingest too much plastic that they can digest. When animals ingest plastic waste, it can block their digestive tract. As a result, they starve. Even worse, toxic chemical in plastic can harm animal health. Sometimes, this event also could cause the imbalance of the food chains. If one of the species in the food chain ceases to exist, or more members in the rest of the chain could cease to exist too. Fragmentation of ecosystem occur and imbalance of nature environment. Some species is threat to extinction. The rising of the world temperature also was caused by improper waste management. Based on the graph, we can see that 2018 and 2021 were the highest temperature ever to be recorded. Even though just only 1 Celsius increment, this can change the temperature within each country. According to NASA, a 1 degree global change is significant because it takes a vast amount of heat to warm all the ocean, the atmosphere, and the land mass by much. In the past, a 1 to 2 degree drops was all it took to plunge the Earth into the later ice age. A 5 degree drop was enough to bury a large part of North America under a towering mass of ice 2,000 years ago. How can this happen? Much of the waste at the landfill pretty much would end with burnout. This is the starting point. E-waste contains many dangerous chemicals that can cause the effect of greenhouse. It tends to release toxic fumes, harmful chemicals that are typical to increase chronic disease chances. The worst part of all of it is that these poisonous particles such as mercury, lead, cadmium, polybrominate, flame retardants, barium and lithium can travel a great distance, thus posing a great danger to both humans and animals. What comes after that is the rising of air temperature, which also can lead to climate change and global warming. The extreme heat or cold can affect the growth process of trees and ecosystem with them. That's all.
Thank you, Maimin. It seems that there is no ending on this waste generation. However, there are some ways to dispose our waste. Firstly, separate the waste to their categories. This could help you reduce the amount of waste that are about to be dumped. By sorting this waste, you can send the recyclable waste to the recycle center. This helps a lot to reduce total waste and helping to take care of our nature. By doing recycle of the waste, also can preserve the raw materials like tree from the forest. Besides that, incineration process can be done. Combustible waste from household and waste wood that is not suitable for recycling undergo thermal treatment in waste incineration plants or waste wood furnace. The heat released in the process is used to generate electricity and heat buildings. Waste with a high calorific value and low level of pollutant contamination can be used in industrial plants, cement plants, as an alternative to fossil fuel. Waste that is contaminated with organic pollutants undergoes separate thermal treatment. Incinerators must have a flue gas treatment system. The requirement for flue gas treatment and the incineration system are based on the nature of the waste. Specialized waste disposal companies treat the waste in the accordance with the requirement of the incineration plant. This guarantees that the fuel will be of a high quality and reduce the accident risk. The company ensure, for example, that no undesirable reaction occur when liquids are mixed. Waste materials that are used as substitute fuel in cement plants must be crushed in advance and set a constant calorific value. So once again, thank you Maimi for joining to our discussion, and I hope some of our information may help you guys to prevent this improper waste management. Keep on destroying our nature.
You most welcome.